Trauma can be described as a mental health condition that can develop after experiencing or witnessing a traumatic event. It can leave the survivor feeling powerless and vulnerable. What if trauma is not just what happened to you? It's what didn't happen for you. Neglect. What if it's complex? What if it was long-term, consisting of multiple events throughout your life? Or what if trauma is simply an experience that took place where you lack the emotional ability and your psyche ruptured in order for you to be able to cope? Trauma can be many things, and the consequence of trauma on the human psyche takes many shapes as well. Can be emotional dysregulation, lack of identity, fear of individuals and groups of people, not loving yourself, not being able to accept love from others. It creates negative belief systems and negative core messaging that tends to be recreated throughout your life. You might use unhealthy mechanisms to soothe and cope. Drugs, alcohol, sex, love, gambling, television, Netflix, your phone. You feel like something's wrong with you, but you can't identify what it is. You feel like something's stuck inside of you, and it's disrupting your entire life. You don't have the motivation to go out into the world. You don't know who you are. Your identity is lost, or your identity is wrapped up in something or someone. Codependency, workaholism. You can't figure out how to navigate the world. You may always feel like a victim, and you can't get out of that role. You keep finding yourself in situations where you're, in a way, recreating your traumas, often in your relationships. You may have big highs and low lows. You oscillate your moods very rapidly and quickly. Or you're filled with anger and don't even know what you're angry at. You hate the world and you feel like the world owes you something. And it's justifiable, almost, because you've been hurt. You've been wronged. But what if you had a flashlight and a map, and you went to some of these dark places with someone you could trust, and together you could shine a light on some of these dark places where shame lives, and slowly you could peel back the layers, feel seen, feel heard and understood, and your mind and body could begin to understand that you are in a safe place, and that what happened to you back then is not happening to you today. And with this new feeling of safety, you could start to develop ways to nurture yourself without reverting to unhealthy, negative behaviors. You could start to understand your triggers, emotional and physical, and start to figure out how to deal with them in a healthy way. Maybe you could start to tolerate someone being confrontational or raising their voice around you. Your body loosens up and you lose your rigidity. Instead of being afraid to live, you become curious. Your anxiety can become spontaneity. You could be able to experience a multitude of emotions and tolerate all of them. You could finally have self-esteem and self-worth, and as a result, become a better mother, father, sister, brother, son, daughter, husband, wife, partner, or simply no longer be afraid of being alone. It is our goal that those who complete our trauma program will experience all of this and more, while ultimately feeling much more connected to themselves and others, with a newfound hope for and clarity about their future.